So there I was, 26 years old and living what I thought was the dream. I'd been dating this girl, let's call her Emily, for 3 years. We were the perfect couple. Or so I believed. We lived together, shared bank accounts, and had our entire future mapped out. I'm talking kids, wedding, the whole shebang. We even had Pinterest boards for our future wedding rings. Yes, we were that couple. Now, throughout our relationship, I was the breadwinner. Emily, bless her heart, couldn't hold down a job to save her life. But you know what? I didn't care. I was madly in love with her, and she was head over heels in love with me. I'm talking the kind of crazy love where she'd do things that would make most people's jaws drop. Case in point, after I had surgery a while back, she literally kept a piece of my toenail in a jar. And before you ask, no, that's not the weird part. The weird part is that she nibbled it off herself. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. But it doesn't stop there. She once kept a piece of my flesh from the surgery and wait for it. Tried to eat it right in front of me while I was still in the hospital bed. I stopped her, of course, but the next day she told me it was lost. We both knew what really happened to that piece of flesh. It's like something straight out of a horror movie. But hey, love makes you do crazy things, right? Or at least that's what I kept telling myself. Emily had a tough family life. Her parents were always in some sort of financial distress, thanks to their love of drinking and smoking, habits they could barely afford but refused to give up. Her dad, in his infinite wisdom, decided one day that he didn't want to work anymore. So what did he do? He borrowed $10,000 from his other kids to cover missed mortgage payments, only to blow it all on booze and cigarettes. Real stand-up guy, right? Now, I tried to help out where I could. I tossed them some money here and there, maybe buy them a pack of cigarettes if they were really in a pinch. But let's be real, I was already supporting their daughter. We were trying to set some financial goals, be responsible adults and all that. Emily decided that if she got a job, we could reach our goals a lot faster. So being the supportive boyfriend that I was, I wrote her a resume and off she went on the job hunt. Here's the kicker. Every job Emily ever had, I had gotten for her. She'd pick something, I'd work my connections, and boom, she'd be employed. This time, though, she chose something completely out of left field. Deep sea fishing. Yeah, you heard that right. My delicate, always indoors girlfriend wanted to go deep sea fishing for 3 months. I was skeptical, but she assured me that this was what she wanted. So after dropping $3,000 on flights, clothes, and other expenses, she was off. At first, she was calling me 3 times a day, talking nonstop because she was surrounded by strangers and felt completely out of her element. I did my best to help her settle in, to remind her that she was capable and strong. Over time, she started feeling more like part of the team, and the calls dwindled to once a day, which seemed normal enough. I figured she was making friends and finding her groove. Then, 2 months in, she went quiet. No calls, no texts, nothing. For 2 days, I didn't hear a peep from her. Now, normally, if I missed a call from her, she'd blow up my phone, calling on every app and number she could think of. Usually, I'd miss her calls because I was in the bathroom or my phone was charging after work. But this silence, it was deafening. And then it happened. The bombshell of a text that would shatter my world. Emily texted me out of the blue saying, "We're done. I feel trapped in this relationship and it's all your fault." Just like that. I had to read the message about 20 times because I could not believe it. This was the same girl who had been pushing for marriage and kids, the same girl who was practically begging me to propose just a week ago. So I did what any confused and heartbroken guy would do. I called her via video. When she answered, it was like looking at a stranger. She was cold, distant, like I was some random guy who had wronged her in the worst possible way. I didn't recognize her at all. In desperation, I said, "I don't know who this is, but I'd like to speak to my loving partner." And just like that, she snapped back. We had a civil conversation, and I even managed to make her laugh, just like old times. But then she dropped the bomb again. "I'm done," she said. I asked her for more details, trying to make sense of the situation. After all, this was the same girl who had been planning our wedding and our future together. She finally said, "I just don't love you anymore." And she turned her head. That's when I saw it. A hickey on her neck. Clear as day. I pressed her on it and she admitted it. She was in love with someone else. Now let me tell you, that hit hard. It was like a punch to the gut. This was the girl who had built a relationship with me through Christ, who had a baptism coming up and wanted me to join her. We had agreed to wait until marriage for sex, and now she'd done a complete 180, had sex with some almost complete stranger, and kicked me to the curb. I hung up, feeling like the ground had been ripped out from under me. I mean, I'm no model, but I'm 6'1", in good shape and naturally tanned. Emily had been trying to get me to do some modeling shoots, but I was too shy for that. And now she was with someone else? Someone who probably didn't even appreciate all the things I did for her? In a last-ditch effort, I sent her a heartfelt letter. I poured my soul into it, trying to reach out to her, hoping that maybe, just maybe, something bad had happened and she was suffering from Stockholm Syndrome or something. I didn't say that, of course, but I was worried. I wanted to know if she was okay. We had been best friends, done everything together, and now this? Her response, a 3-word text. Thanks for the prayer. And then, just like that, I was blocked on everything. No explanation, no closure, just a wall of silence. For the past 3 weeks, I've been a complete mess. I don't know what to do or how to make sense of this situation. On one hand, I'm glad it happened before we got married. Maybe I dodged a bullet. But on the other hand, I'm haunted by the what ifs. What if she hadn't gone on that trip? Would it have been happily ever after? I'm left here wondering if this is the part where I cut up her clothes for closure, or if I should just let it go. I'm lost, confused, and hurt beyond words. All I know is that the person I thought I knew, the person I loved, is gone. And I'm not sure I'll ever understand why. This man found out that his sex-obsessed girlfriend cheated on him. Check out this video to find out the shocking details of their relationship.